unbiased and clear, concise and accurate. This is the DBS Evening News. Here now is your presenter with the headlines.
In the headlines, 11 charitable organizations receive Minister's food basket. In the news from the region, Antigua's senator expresses confidence in surpassing the expectations set by IMF, and internationally, House Speaker says a vote to avoid U.S. government shutdown will happen today. The details of these stories and more coming up next.
Can I have this?
We have an extra $400 from Flow. You can have everything you want.
More gifts with Flow. With Christmas in, win weekly prices up to $10,000 in cash. Sign up for a postpaid bundle or a broadband plan.
We Christmas in with free groceries from Flow, plus a chance to win weekly prizes and up to $10,000 cash. Head over to your nearest Flow store or visit discoverflow.co. Flow, we Christmasing.
More gifts with Flow.
DBS News.
And welcome back. First off, Director of Agriculture Ricky Brumant says the annual Minister's Food Basket symbolizes the partnership between the agricultural community and the Ministry of Agriculture. 11 charitable organizations received the Minister's Food Basket this morning. Brumant says the contributions of Dominica's farming community should not be overlooked.
Dominica, as the nature isle, is blessed with fertile soil, hard-working farmers who provide us with an abundance of nutritious fresh produce. The food baskets we present today are a reflection of the partnership between our farmers, our agricultural community, and the ministry in working together to uplift and nourish those who need it most. Let me, on behalf of the Honorable Minister, extend deepest appreciation to the farmers, staff of the Ministry of Agriculture, and other stakeholders who contributed to making this initiative very possible. Your dedication and resilience are the backbone of our nation's food security and agricultural growth. It is your work that ensures we can share this bounty with those who might otherwise go without. To the institutions receiving these baskets today, let me recognize your sterling and invaluable role in supporting and caring for the elderly, the marginalized youth, differentially abled, and others in need. Your work inspires us all, and we are, of course, honored to partner with you in bringing joy and sustenance to those you serve, especially during this festive season.
And that was the Director of Agriculture, Ricky Brumant. Meantime, one of the recipients of the Minister's Food Basket was the Love One, Teach One Foundation.
Our farmers who work tirelessly to cultivate the fresh produce filling these baskets are the backbone of these efforts. Your dedication ensures not only food security for our nation, but also the ability to reach out to those in need, especially during the special season. Let us continue to sow seeds of kindness, harvest the fruits of our labor, and uplift each other as we build a stronger, more compassionate Dominica.
And that was Gloria Walsh from the Love One, Teach One Foundation. And head of the Criminal Investigations Unit, Superintendent George Theophil, says a robust crime prevention strategy is being put in place to enhance the safety and security of residents and visitors during the Christmas season. Theophil says police officers will have a greater street presence, especially in the city of Roseau. He is, however, encouraging Dominicans to be vigilant and adhere to the measures being given by the Dominica Police Force.
For this Christmas season, there will be a greater increase in plainclothes officers on patrol in the city of Roseau and environs. Therefore, it is advisable to strictly adhere to the tips that will be provided as far as is practicable. We encourage you to ensure that all doors and windows are locked, especially when leaving your homes. Alert your neighbors to keep an eye on your home in your absence. We all have to be each other's keeper at this time. Give the impression that your home is occupied by putting on the radios and television. Keep close attention to your purses, wallets, and jewelries, and other belongings. Please stay alert and be aware of your surroundings, even if you're rushed. Keep items in your vehicle out of sight. Again, I will urge you, the public, to avoid carrying large amounts of cash. Ensure that you don't carry more cash than is necessary. If possible, please use your cards. Let me send a strong warning to the would-be criminals that they are waiting to cause mischief to the citizenry. The Commonwealth of Dominica Police Force will exercise zero tolerance on any form of crime and violence in our nature island, Dominica.
And that was the head of the Criminal Investigations Unit, Superintendent George Theophil. And over 25 companies are set to participate in the 2025 Dominica Trade Mission being organized by the Dominica Association of Industry and Commerce, or DAIC, in collaboration with the Trinidad and Tobago Manufacturers Association. The mission, which is set to take place from January 20th to the 22nd, 2025, will bring together industry leaders, entrepreneurs, and decision makers from both nations. Executive Director of the Dominica Association of Industry and Commerce is Ashma McDougall.
The 2025 Trade Mission presents a remarkable opportunity for both Dominica and as well Trinidad and Tobago. We see this as an opportunity to deepen the economic relationship between both partners, but for many of the companies within the private sector in Dominica, it creates an opportunity to open new pathways for growth and as well economic development. The 2025 mission will play a very crucial role in fostering business collaboration. We've been in conversation with over 25 companies thus far, and we see this as an opportunity for attracting investment, for building lasting partnerships between our nations. And so we are very thrilled to bring together industry leaders from a cadre of sectors: building and construction, logistics, packaging, chemicals, food and beverage, services, and many other sectors. The mission will feature a delegation of over 40 from Trinidad and Tobago, and primarily this mission is aimed at unlocking new business prospects for all who will be involved.
And that was Executive Director of the Dominica Association of Industry and Commerce, Ashma McDougall. Meantime, President of the DAIC, Brenton Hilaire, says this mission will lay the foundation for a stronger Dominican economy.
The mission will be a catalyst for economic progress, connecting businesses across industries and laying the foundation for a stronger Dominica economy. By fostering dialogue and collaboration, we are not only facilitating trade, but also demonstrating our unwavering commitment to Dominica's development. We eagerly anticipate welcoming our Trinidadian counterparts to Dominica for this milestone event and look forward to the many benefits that it will bring to our private sector for years to come.
And that was the president of the Dominica Association of Industry and Commerce, Brenton Hilaire. And national broadcaster DBS Radio will join in this Christmas cheer this year with a DBS Christmas Showcase scheduled for Sunday. The event will bring together past winners and competitors of the DBS Christmas Song Contest and a few other local artists. The DBS Christmas Showcase will be on both radio and social media platforms from 7 p.m.
We're inviting listeners and fans to join us on DBS social media, Facebook and YouTube for a special presentation of DBS Radio being dubbed the DBS Christmas Showcase. It is a feature we have on in the absence of the DBS Christmas Song Contest, which we've not been able to host in recent years. The Christmas Song Showcase will feature some of the past winners: Mikael Ferrell, Andis Thomas, Vernella Henderson, as well as Janae Jackson. We will also feature one of the all-time favorites and regulars, Cyril Elf Henderson, and Colin XP will do her popular Christmas renditions. There will be lots of fun, a special DJ segment from Dr. Miguel Labadie, special treat by Kiwana Fontaine and the rest of the DBS All-Stars. So we're just asking our patrons, fans and friends to join us live via the social media this Sunday, December 22 from 7 for the DBS Christmas Showcase. Let's just bring back that holiday spirit. Let's preserve the Christmas spirit. We're inviting families to get together, to promote and share the live and just be part of the experience. It will be fun and it will be something to remember, definitely.
And that was a senior announcer at DBS Radio, Dr. Miguel Labadie. And the Dominica Government Band will host its 72nd Christmas Musicale on Sunday. The event is being held under the distinguished patronage of Their Excellencies Sylvani Burton and Mr. Burton at Roseau Christmas Village in the Botanic Gardens from 6 p.m. Dominicans are being encouraged to support the event.
The Dominica Government Band is doing it again this Christmas. It's the 72nd Christmas musical. This time it's going to be bigger and better, exciting, with a different lineup. A lineup we believe the Dominican public will enjoy, with a lot of locally arranged songs, coupled with the Christmas standards. The band has already had concerts in La Plaine, Wesley, Tuckery, Cassibus, the Dominica Infirmary. So the band is ready. The band is inviting everyone to come down to the Roseau Christmas Village at the Botanical Gardens this Sunday, the 22nd of December, from 6 p.m. It will be a night to remember, a night to experience. Viva la musica!
And that was band master of the Dominica Government Band, Peter Later. And on the feature segment of the evening news, a young lady of Eggleston has used cannabis to produce certain oils. Shalise Paris Bell, the sister of Ridge across the bridge, now owns 20 Grams Services. Shalise Paris Bell, owner of 20 Grams Services, is our feature on the evening news.
On the 17th, I think of May, I registered 20 Grams Services, and from then on, with the knowledge that I found and the empowerment from the OIBC, I founded my business and I've been running since then.
Whose idea was this?
This was my idea. After the legalization of up to 28 grams, which is 1 ounce of cannabis, I had the idea of making oils and other products out of cannabis, and the business idea 20 grams came to mind as a nod to the initial legal restrictions and to show dedication to working within the legal legislation of the Commonwealth.
Did you have to go anywhere to ask for advice, seek advice on this venture?
I definitely had to seek a lot of advice, and the only reason I would say that I would be able to do it is because in the budget, when they announced that they want to reach a certain GBT by 2025, and they said that there would be space for those in the medicinal cannabis business, I was like, okay, I have my go ahead and things will not be difficult for me. Well, to set up this venture, you definitely need to contact your lawyer, and you definitely cannot do anything out of illegal limits. It must be for medicinal use and not for consumption, nothing recreational, topical use. Well, 20 grams offers a range of premium oils, all with the health benefits. So there's coconut oil, castor oil, moringa, and olive oil, with the specialty line of cannabis-infused oils. Coconut and castor oils infuse the phenomenal benefits of cannabis and the luxurious, soothing cannabis-infused massage oils. The cannabis oils are used for topical, so any ache you have on your body, any muscle sore, any joint pain, you can rub on the coconut oil or the castor oil and you can get instant relief.
No, that is tremendous. Who are the people assisting you?
Well, there are many people assisting me, especially with the DYBT and the people working behind them. I would also say that the MOCO team is working me, also Ridge at Suro. All of them are helping me push the business the way I want to. The feedback is really good. My oils are effective. Something about my infused oils, they do not smell like cannabis. That is something that the older people always told me. They want to use these products, but they do not want to walk around giving people a certain impression of themselves. So the sales has been good. So far, I've only had sample size for sale because I wanted to expand my business gradually. However, with this grant that I got today, there will definitely be larger sizes available by December.
And that was Shalise Paris Bell, owner of 20 Grams Services, taking us to the end of this evening's featured segment, A National Focus. Up next is news from the region and international.
Okay, Max, if I'm going to steal Christmas this year, I'll need a smart TV to keep an eye on the who's, a smartphone to call for backup, cash, and a stove to bake this ham. Seriously, I can get all this for free if I sign up for Flow.
We're Christmasing with thousands of gifts even the Grinch would love. Sign up for a postpaid mobile bundle or high-speed broadband and win big every week. Visit discoverflow.co now.
DBS News.
And welcome back. Now news from the region. Antigua's Senator Colin O'Neill Brown has expressed confidence during the 2025 budget debate in Parliament that Antigua and Barbuda will surpass growth projections set by the International Monetary Fund or the IMF. The senator pointed to strong economic recovery and sound fiscal management as the basis for his optimism. Brown highlighted that the IMF's projection of 5.8% real GDP growth for 2024 and 3.5% for 2025, noting that the country had already exceeded expectations for the current year. Brown also addressed the country's fiscal discipline, citing Antigua and Barbuda's ability to pay off its $330 million debt to the IMF in a single payment. And internationally, the U.S. government will go into a shutdown if lawmakers do not reach an agreement on federal funding before the clock ticks past midnight on Friday this evening. House Republicans have met behind closed doors to hash out a plan after two previous bills that would have averted a shutdown failed. After a 2-hour-long meeting, House Speaker Mike Johnson says there will not be a government shutdown and that there will be a vote on spending measures this afternoon. A shutdown could mean that millions of government employees would not be paid over Christmas and all non-essential discretionary functions of the U.S. government would stop or halt. This brings us to the end of this evening's news. Up next is sports.
Covering the nation and beyond, DBS Sports Report.
Rudolph Thomas Enterprise in Portsmouth, your suppliers of building materials and hardware products. Over 20 years experience in the business. Rudolph Thomas has lumber and plywood, Portland and tile cement, steel rods, galvanized and fence pipe. And Rudolph Thomas can meet all your wire needs. Galvanized roofing sheets, doors, windows, toilet sets, face basins and bidets. PVC piping, fittings and lattice. Check out Rudolph Thomas for ceramic and vinyl floor and wall tiles, nails, nuts and bolts, paint and painting supplies. And check out their line of electrical and hand tools. And Rudolph Thomas is your one-stop shop for hard-to-find items like fiberglass mat and fiberglass resin and welding rods. Go now to Rudolph Thomas on 1240 Bay Street in Portsmouth.
And welcome to your DBS Evening Sports Report for today, Friday, December 20th for 2024. First off, we knock off with some cricket here as the Champagne Reef Divers are into the finals, whilst the Indian River Rowers have advanced to the second qualifier in the Dream 11 Nature Isle T10 tournament. Sports editor Gavin Richards has the story.
The Champagne Reef Divers are into the finals of the 6th edition of the Dream 11 Nature Isle T10 tournament, while the Indian River Rowers have advanced to the qualifiers on Saturday. This as the 6th edition of the Dream 11 Nature Isle T10 tournament put on one of its best days in history. Let's start off with the first match, the first qualifier between the Champagne Reef Divers and the Barana Ote Warriors. Well, that game went down to a super over. Let's recap as to how we got to that position. Divers, Warriors batting first made 135 for 4 in their 10 overs. Stephen Natram got 35, Justin Alexander 27 not out, and Casimir Benjamin 20. Joel Dura, he picked up 3 for 22, and Brian Joseph 1 for 25 for the Divers. The Divers chasing 136 for victory, while it came down to the final ball of the innings. The Divers on 134 for 4, and they managed to squeeze the single to send the game into the super over. Cheyenne Brathwaite, he hit 52. Stefan Pascal, 36 not out. Russian Primus, a quick fire 28 to lead the charge for the divers. While Shervon Dorset, he picked up 1 for 26, and Gillan Tyson 1 for 29 for the Barana Ute Warriors. Well, this came down to the super over. The divers took first knock. They got 13 in the super over, and then the Barana Ute Warriors needing 14 to win. They were bowled out for just 2 runs. Russian Primus, he took both wickets. Well, Cheyenne Brathwaite was named the Bullseye Pharmacy Player of the Match.
Yeah, I had a clear plan. I know we had a slow start, but I always trust myself to do it for the team.
All right. What was it like batting out there? You had a slow start yet, but what did you think made the difference for you?
I just adjusted my bat lift. That was all.
All right. And then the super over, you know, it really came down to the final 6 balls, and you delivered again for your team.
Yeah, like I said, I just trust myself and I put team first.
Here now is the winning captain, Stefan Pascal of the Champagne Reef Divers.
Yeah, it wasn't easy. You know, we started on the back foot, but we found a way.
When you have guys like Cheyenne Brathwaite, Russian Primus, I mean, how much of a luxury is that for you?
Well, as you could see today, it is a big luxury. You know, having guys like them, it makes it easier. You know, I could tell you no, I wasn't flowing. I wasn't really feeling my best in the middle. I wasn't middling the ball. But when you have guys like them, they could make up for you. So I know that I just had to run between the wickets and do my job.
The final over, Stefan, talk me through that final over, the decision to give Russian Primus the ball.
Well, it wasn't mine entirely. You know, I had a little conference with Alec and the rest of the guys, the rest of the senior guys. And they already told me that he put up his hand to bowl it. So, you know, when you have guys like that put up their hand and execute, it makes it a lot easier.
Into the finals now, Stefan. Describe that feeling for me right now.
You know, it's a wonderful feeling. You know, obviously we started very well, and then we went on a losing streak, and everything really started to go a little sideways. But, you know, as I told you before, we always find a way. You know, when we started winning those games, we always found a way, and now we're signing back to find those ways to win again. So, you know, I'm very happy with that. We just have to come Sunday to do well.
Losing captain Gian Benjamin.
Yeah, I'm a disappointed result at the end, but I must say, as a team, we played well. A few errors here and there, just a little thing that we could touch upon. But with that being said, I must say, well played to Cheyenne, Stefan, and the rest of the divers too.
Last 2 overs there, you guys made a few errors, like you said. What do you think you could have done differently then?
I think we could have been more aggressive in the field. A few chances going down, and I think they turned the 1s into 2s, and that was very crucial at the back end. You see, it cost us the game. But with that being said, we play tomorrow, so we're going to put that behind us and look forward to the match.
Well, the second game of the afternoon saw the Indian River Rovers up against the D-Threads Titugor Splashers in the first eliminator. The Splashers batted first. They made 124 for 3 in their 10 overs. Noel Leo got 64 and Dylan Douglas 50 not out. The CJ Charles, he picked up 1 for 14 for the Indian River Rovers. The Rovers in search of 125. They got 126 for 4 in 9.2 overs. That innings was powered by Shadrach Descartes, who got 60, and Keon Gaston, who made 44. Dylan Douglas, he picked up 1 for 20, and Jamie James 1 for 14 for the Detroit Titugor Splashers. But at the end of the day, it was a victory by 6 wickets for the Indian River Rovers. Here now is the Bullseye Pharmacy Player of the Match and Captain Shadrach Descartes.
I can't be more thankful to the Almighty for guiding us through this victory. Lost of words. Good effort from the guys with both bat and ball. You know, tomorrow is another day. Trust the process, the result will speak for itself.
All right, it's been a good batting track throughout the entire day, but you guys needed 125 to win the game. What was the mentality? What was the mindset, at the start of the run chase?
Like I communicated with the batters that were batting with me, as long as we stick at 10 and over, 13 and over is always gettable. So as long as we could bat through the end, the runs is always gettable.
And Keon Gaston normally doesn't do the ball, but he had some big hits today. How crucial was he?
That was a special knock from Kiki. You know, he have been giving us this kind of innings so far in the tournament, and it's always good to see you come into the party. And
all right, quick word now. Going to be playing the Barana Ute Warriors tomorrow. Looking to continue that Cinderella run.
Like I said, trust the process. The result will speak for itself.
All right, thank you very much, Shadrach. Let's hear from the losing captain, Jelani Robinson.
Now I'm proud of the guys. This is the first time I got to the qualifying round for about 5 seasons. So at the end of the day, it's improvement. The guys is a good bunch of guys. You have to play them again. I'll play them again. So at the end of the day, you have to lose, you have to win. At the end of the day, Sajak played a blinder. We wasn't good enough on the day, and credit to Ross for going through.
Key, just a little comment there on Dylan Douglas and the impact that he had on the tournament for you guys.
Yeah, Doug is a special player. He's fierce. He's aggressive, and you need players like that in the setup. And he had one of the, one of our bright spots. We had a few bright spots here and there, but I need the Doggy show his worth. So kudos to him, and hopefully he'll be back again.
So the Champagne Reef Divers have advanced to Sunday's final, and they will await the winner of Saturday's second qualifier, and that match is between the Indian River Rowers and the Barana Ute Warriors. That game will get underway at 2:30 Saturday afternoon at Windsor Park. For DBS Radio, Gavin Richards reporting.
And a special thanks to Gavin Richards for always providing those excellent reports. Still in some sports here, Minister of State in the Ministry of Sports, Senator Oscar George, says the investments made into Dominica's young cricketers are paying off. His comments came after Dominica's under-15 cricketers placed second in the Windward Islands tournament recently.
I would like to take some time to congratulate our under-15 national cricket team who participated in the recent Windward Islands under-15 cricket competition held in St. Lucia. From all reports, the team did very well and just fell agonizingly short of retaining their championship, going down to St. Lucia in what was sort of a final over the weekend. So the team came in second place. However, we are very proud of the effort of every member of that team. And a matter of fact, I took some time to attend the final game on Sunday, and it was very evident that the two best teams made it to the final based on the level of competition on show. So regardless of the result, I think that the investments in these young cricketers are paying great dividend. The reality is there is a strong youth setup for the schools, for the sports division, and we have a number of bright sparks coming through the ranks. So I want to commend the division for their work. I also want to commend the Dominica Cricket Academy and the association, who all play different but vital roles in grooming our next generation of cricketers.
Senator George says Dominica secured several spots on the Windward Island squad.
This year was also very good, since 6 of our players got selected to the Windward Islands under-15 cricket team, and also 2 reserves were identified. Normally we would get about 3 or 4, 5 at most players on the Windward Islands team. But this year Dominica was able to get basically 8 players into the Windward Islands setup. So this is excellent news for us, and of course this is a sign of good things to come in cricket. So I congratulate all our players, and I wish them all the best in their future endeavors.
And that was a Minister of State in the Ministry of Sports, Senator Oscar George. And the recently concluded Under-18 Junior Chess Tournament has been hailed a success. The tournament came to an end on Thursday after 9 rounds of competition at the Dominica State College. Public Relations Officer of the Dominica Chess Federation is Dorothy John Baptist.
25 youngsters participated in the Under-18 Junior Chess Tournament, which concluded on December 19th. After 9 rounds of games, the following youngsters claimed top positions. In first place, Kijani Peltier with 9 out of 9 points. He hails from the Isaiah Thomas Secondary School. In second place, Helric Pasani with 7.5 out of 9 points. He attends the Academics School of Learning. In third place, Walson Paquette with 6.5 points. He is from the Pierre Charles Secondary School. Kajani Deja in fourth place with 6 points. He hails from the St. Mary's Academy. Among the girls, the top performers are Ayani Casimir with 5 points from the Convent High School, Desiree Daniel, 5 points, also from the Convent High School, and Kelly Huang with 4 points from the Dominica Grammar School. I must say we had a very successful tournament. Kudos to all the youngsters who put in the work to prepare and came out to compete. Congratulations to all those who won top positions with trophies and prizes. This level of interest among the youth will ensure that there is growth for chess in the island. A special thanks to our sponsors, Springfield Trading, and also to Tropical Shipping, who sponsors our inter-schools chess tournament.
And that was a public relations officer of the Dominica Chess Federation, Dorothy John Baptist. And Andre Coley says whilst he is disappointed in the fact that he wasn't given to a longer run as a head coach of the West Indies test team, he accepts that recent unfavorable results blighted his chances. Cricket West Indies, or CWI, announced on Monday that Coley's tenure, which began in 2023, is to end with the two test tours of Pakistan in January 2025, just months before his contract is set to expire in June. Darren Sammy, the West Indies white ball head coach and former two-time 2020 World Cup winning captain, is to take over the red ball team ahead of the three-test home series against Australia in mid-2025. Under Coley's guidance, an inexperienced West Indies team pulled off a stunning 1-1 result away to heavyweights Australia at the start of the year, but series defeats to India, England and South Africa, and a recent disappointing one-apiece result against visiting Bangladesh mounted pressures on the former Jamaica wicketkeeper. Coley told the Jamaica Observer that whilst he would have wanted to continue in the role, he will do whatever he needs to get the boys motivated and ready for Pakistan. He added that being 8th on the table, with 2 test matches to go in the test championship cycle, is ultimately not where they would want to be as a team. Still in some cricket news here. Well, actually, this is all the time we have for this evening's news and sports. Well, a special thanks to the DBS News and Sports team and our link personnel, Layla Langford. Do have yourself a wonderful weekend.
Covering the nation.
Rudolph Thomas Enterprise in Portsmouth, your suppliers of building materials and hardware products. Over 20 years experience in the business. Rudolph Thomas has lumber and plywood, Portland and tile cement, steel rods, galvanized and fence pipe. And Rudolph Thomas can meet all your wire needs. Galvanized roofing sheets, doors, windows, toilet sets, face basins and bidets. PVC piping, fittings and lattice. Check out Rudolph Thomas for ceramic and vinyl floor and wall tiles, nails, nuts and bolts, paint and painting supplies. And check out their line of electrical and hand tools. And Rudolph Thomas is your one-stop shop for hard-to-find items like fiberglass mat and fiberglass resin and welding rods. Go now to Rudolph Thomas on 1240 Bay Street in Portsmouth.
DBS Radio gives you top quality service over any other for live streaming of funerals. Call us today at 448-3282.
Welcome to the DBS Radio Community Bulletin Board. We begin with the evening edition of the DBS Radio death announcements on the Community Bulletin Board. It is the 20th day of December 2024. We We announce the death of Nora Anatole, née Thomas, better known as Yo-Yo, age 78, of Penville. She died on Sunday, the 8th of December, at the Dominica China Friendship Hospital. She was the wife of Joseph Anatole. She was the mother of Julia Anatole, Julie Francis, Alan Anatole, Laura Anthony, and Sergeant Martin Anatole of the Commonwealth of Dominica Police Force. She will also be remembered by her daughters-in-law, Elmira Anatole and Melicia Etienne Anatole, sons-in-law, Jerome and Hilby, adopted daughter, Anthea Seaman, stepdaughter, Joan Bonney, sisters, Sylvia Oscar, Olive George, Katharina Jean, Catherine Etienne, Elizabeth Williams, and Margaret Thomas, brothers Jones Thomas, grandchildren, Guyleen, Paola, Thilda or Thilda, Malika, Jerry, Albert, Dylan, Danny, Elena, Rihanna, Rahim, Rayani, Denora, and Joshua Anatole. Sister-in-law or sisters-in-law, Mary, Gertrude, and Annie. Brothers-in-law, John, Selwyn, and Peter Anatole, Harrison Thomas, Hugh Oscar, Fanso Jean, Augustine Etienne, and Rufus Williams. Numerous nieces and nephews, including Sandra, Allington, Riviere, Abdul, Elvis, and Marcia. Close friends including the Thomas family of Penville and Thibault, Godfrey and Maria Etienne, Alana, Helen, Feo, Theodora, Edme, Ernestine, Norma, Maudlin, Stephanie, Johnny, Christopher, Martina Walter, Nigel, and Valina Morrow, Honorable Roosevelt Skerritt, the Etienne, Jean, Leblanc, George, Seaman, Charles, and Anatole families of Penville, the Sharpless family of Viecas, the communities of Penville, Viecas, and Thibault, and the vendors of the Portsmouth market. The body of the late Nora Anatole, née Thomas, better known as Yo-Yo, of Penville, can be viewed from 9:30 a.m. on Saturday, the 21st of December, at the Viecas Roman Catholic Church. The funeral mass will take place at 10 a.m. and will be followed by interment at the Viecas Roman Catholic Cemetery. The management and staff of the Dominica Broadcasting Corporation extends DBS condolences to the family of the late Nora Anatole, née Thomas, better known as Yo-Yo, of Penville. We announce the death of Albert Williams, better known as Boss or Botch, age 67, of Glanville, Portsmouth. He died on Sunday, the 1st of December, at the Dominica China Friendship Hospital. He will be remembered by his mother, Dora Joseph, better known as Ma Piney or Piney, his siblings, Linda Lee, Curlison and Ted Riviere, Gloria Alexander, Thora Shillingford, Hubert Dura, Dyron Thomas, and Augustus Williams, better known as Tyre. In-laws, Norman Alexander and Valencia Riviere. Aunts and uncles, including Zephina, Rufus, and Clementine Joseph. Nieces and nephews, including Elaine, Brosna, Ronna, Erica, Leanne, Leroy, Nikisha, Makiba, Sean, CJ, Shakim, Chance, Chad, Finale, Shelton, Teddy, Ethan, Tanisha, Tyler, Jalo, Jamilia, Jaril, Jamari, Deidre, Seth. Godmother, Ma Clara. Numerous cousins, including Roland and Shirley, Richard, Rita, Rachel, Rhoda, Patricia, Patroline, Soko or Soki, Nero, Aldrink, Gina, Anna, Fitz, Lane, Joanna, Nadine, Verona, Parchet, Christabel, Christine, and Clive. Numerous other relatives and friends, including Mr. Ralph, Samantha, Pearl, Vincia, Pedro, Gloria, and Skelford Sabroch as well. The body of the late Albert Williams, better known as Boss or Bocci will be transported from the Lyndhurst Funeral Home for viewing at 1:30 p.m. on Monday, the 23rd of December at the Portsmouth Anglican Church. The funeral service begins at 2 p.m. and will be followed by interment at the Portsmouth Anglican Cemetery. Management and staff of DBS, the nation station, extends deepest condolences to the family of the late Albert Williams, better known as Boss or Bocci, age 67, of Glanvilla, Portsmouth.
And now, your community bulletin board.
Let's now present you this evening's edition of the DBS Radio General Announcements on the Community Bulletin Board. We begin with this information, this announcement from Dowasco. Dowasco informs customers from Mero to Castle Comfort, including Warner, that due to heavy rains in the WA1 system, that due to heavy rains, the WA1 system was shut down and they are working to restore water in the quickest possible time. As a result, customers, particularly at higher elevations, may experience low water pressure or water interruptions. The system will return to full capacity when the water conditions, or when the weather conditions that should be, have improved. Dowasco regrets any inconvenience which may be caused and thanks customers for their cooperation and understanding. The public is informed that the Woodbridge Bay Port Foncole will be open to accommodate the delivery of cargo as follows. Saturday, the 21st of December from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Please be guided accordingly.